Hi everyone, it's Rio Cloudsync. In today's session, we'll look at requesting access packages on behalf of other users, which is currently in public preview in Microsoft Entra ID. If you would like to follow on in today's video, you will need to be a global administrator and have either purchased the Entra ID governance or Microsoft Entra Suite licensing. To kick things off, we need to navigate to the Identity Governance Service blade. On the left-hand service pane, we want to scroll down to where we see Identity Governance, select Entitlement Management, and this will take us to the area in which we can create access packages. Not only create the access packages, but also associate them to a catalog. A catalog is a collection of different resources in my organization I want to provide my end users access to as and when they request it. However, let's take a step back and let's understand what an access package really is. Well, entitlement management enables admins to create access packages to manage their organizational resources. Admins can either directly assign these access packages to the users or configure an access package policy that allows users and group members to request access. In today's session though, we're really drilling down into the whole request an access package on behalf of other users. This is a new public preview feature that allows managers to request access on behalf of employees instead of having new employees navigate the request process, which can be very long-winded. Imagine your organization hires hundreds of new employees each year. Instead of conducting numerous ad hoc training sessions to ensure new hires know how to request access, you can set up access package policies that allow managers to request access on behalf of their employees. So that's all I've done in this demo. I've already predefined the access package, I've created the catalog, which is a collection of all my different resources in my organization, which I want people to have access to as and when they request access. However, if that employee has not yet started the organization, I can have the reporting line manager in Microsoft Entra ID request access on behalf of the user, so it's ready to go on day dot. So let's have a quick look at this access package in a bit more detail. From the start, I've called it custom access package. I've just put it in brackets public preview. I've associated with the general catalog, which includes one given SharePoint site, and there's currently no active assignments or any pending requests from an access package perspective. So if I was to click into the access package, the overview pane gives a bit of an indicative on one, who created the access package, when it was created, if it's currently hidden. It also gives me a unique access portal link to the access package, which I can provide to my end users to request access to the particular resources within the given catalog. And I can also see if there's any given Entra roles, which are currently in public preview, believe it or not, within the access packages, as well as Microsoft 365 groups and applications. So that's just a general summary of the access package per se. We can then look at the resource roles, in which, once again, we can define what resources are within this access package, but we can also define the role in which, when the end user requests access to this particular resource, what is their role in the organization in regards to that resource? Do they have full-blown access? Do they have read-only access? We can define this within a given access package. In regards to the policy, of course, this is where we start to define, the workflow of approval, the deposition review in terms of, are there any access reviews in regards to inactivity or when the access package needs to be activated by, those types of peripherals. So if I was to click into the initial policy, we can see once again a high level on the name of the policy. Is it currently enabled? Because of course we can have multiple policies and we can enable and disable based on preference. Currently any active assignments, when it was created, and the approval stage details. So if I was to click on the approval stage details, we can see, okay, do I require an approver justification? One being no. Who are the approvers? Manager as approver. And that's what we're really looking at, and that's what we're trying to really drill into in this video. That's the public preview part, and of course any fallback personnel. In this case, the manager as approver is Steve, and I've also put the fallback as Steve, as I only want Steve as the overall approver. And then, of course, a decision must be made in 14 days. If not, are there any follow-up actions? If not, then it stops at that point. So if I was to come out of here and press edit, of course, this will just go through the standard process of creating a access package and defining, of course, that criteria I referenced earlier. But if we were to select requests, okay, users who can request access, use in your directory, users not in your directory, maybe B2B users, or maybe there's some sort of B2C collaboration going on, or maybe you've got some sort of cross-tenant synchronization in place, or none. Administrators direct assignments only. And then, of course, we can define the specifics around those selections. Do we want to select specific users and groups, so Microsoft 365 security groups, all members but excluded B2B users, or all users including guests? You've got a bit of flexibility there. Regards to the approval process, this is where we start looking at the workflow management. Does it require approval? Yes. Does it require justification? Yes. Quite self-explanatory. And how many stages do we need to go through in terms of this access request being approved? And then, of course, what we're looking at in today's video is, of course, the approver piece around the manager as approver. So what we need to note here is, if we're going to enable requests and allow managers to request on behalf of employees, this option needs to be selected. At the moment, we can't choose a specific user, albeit that specific user being your line manager. Okay, the option needs to be manager as approver for this to work. Once you've selected manager as approver as the first approver, as we saw in the policy I've just shown you, we can then scroll down here and select allow managers to request on behalf of employees. And of course, this is dictated by the Microsoft Entra line manager you've got defined. So you need to make sure those reporting lines are accurate and the integrity of those reporting lines are good. Once we've done that, of course, we can go to the next page, request for information, we can ask questions, and of course you can provide an answer format, and of course you can have some localization there as well in terms of languages, and then life cycle around the access reviews. How long do you want this request to be outstanding? If you do provide access, when does those resources then get revoked? And then, of course, you've got custom extensions. So what I've done here then is I've created a access package. It's of course associated to the catalog, which of course includes the one resource, which we've got a SharePoint site listed, which provides member level access, right? I'm logged in as Rio Hindle at the moment, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to the other account, and as I said, in the access packages overview here, we've got a link. So you provide that link to the user, switch over, I paste it into an incognito tab or an in private window in this case, and I've logged in as Steve, who is listed in my directory. They are my reporting line manager in Microsoft Entra ID, and I've navigated to access packages through this unique URL, and you can see the access package listed, which I've created in Microsoft Entra ID from an admin perspective, right? It's called Custom Access Package, Resources or Company, and I can press Request Access. And I've got two options. One, of course, being myself, which is the known option for anyone trying to request access to particular resources. And two, someone else. I can now request access based on someone else. So this needs to be a direct report. So in this instance, I can select the drop down and select Rio, who was the initial user account I was logged in as. And then I can press continue and request access to this particular access package. So once again, very quick video, but this is just a new option Microsoft Entra and the product team have introduced to everyone. Any questions, please do let me know. But once again, a very quick video. Thank you very much.